Okay then, so this is footage from Sleeping Dogs, which was originally supposed to be a true crime game. Activision didn't want to put the money down for it, so they eventually sold the data, like the data, not the name, but the data of true crime of the game that was being made to Square Enix, which they then published. They bought the studio that was making it and they published the game, but nothing ever came of it because Square Enix just they really have had a real problem with basically focusing where they want to put their energy in marketing and distributing games. But that's neither here nor there. Um, I'm just giving you the preamble before we get into the rest of the video, which we're going to be talking about um, a few issues I have with Square Enix and how I think they can fix it. Um, and that's it after the cut. Okay then, so let's get into it. Basically, in my opinion, the major problem with Square Enix is that they really have kind of been misfiring in studio acquisitions, where to focus their marketing and budgets in certain types of games. And in my opinion, their big problems when they basically absorbed IDAS and all of their IPs. Because the thing is that they pretty much mishandled most of those games that were under the IDAS label. Like, uh, Hitman kind of went down the shitter. Thief went down the shitter. Um, um, Tomb Raider is kind of like, I mean, I personally don't like the current Tomb Raider games. They aren't very good to me. Um, you know, uh, Rise of the Tomb Raider and all that other shit. The way I feel about it is, if I wanted to play a video game about people raiding tombs, I mean, I could just play the original games, which are better in my opinion. I mean, I don't really, I'm not one of those people who's like, oh man, I like Laura Croft because of her uh, ultra exaggerated assets. No, I'm not a big Tomb Raider fan. The thing I liked about Tomb Raider was the puzzle solving and environmental puzzles, that type of thing. Um, in the current Tomb Raider games, it's like I'm playing a movie. And if I want to watch a movie about an archaeologist solving puzzles, I have an entire trilogy that does that much better than Tomb Raider. Indiana Jones, the Indiana Jones trilogy. And before anyone says anything, what about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull? Fuck that movie. But that's neither here nor there. Basically, they Square Enix has a lot of IPs under their belt that are just kind of just sitting there. They aren't really doing anything. And that's kind of hurting the brand. Like, recently, over the last few, I want to say the last few years, they've actually started putting some effort into Dragon Quest, but we still haven't gotten Dragon Quest X here in America. And I'm like, uh, and we know Dragon Quest X was profitable. It's only in Japan, but it was profitable in Japan. It's never going to be brought to the States, but at least in no time soon. I mean, Square Enix is just, I mean, they're brain damaged. Okay. And as I said earlier, they have a lot of IPs that just aren't being utilized, like Lufia, Ogre Battle, Front Mission. Well, there's a Front Mission game being made right now. Final Fantasy Tactics, the Saga franchise. I mean, just all of these IPs are just languishing away, and that's fucking sad. Um, so with that being said, I guess we'll move into the um, solution after the cut. Okay then, so here we go with the solution, in my opinion, to these problems. Essentially, in my humble opinion, the problem with a lot of these titles is that with Square Enix is that they just don't. they underutilize a lot of their things. And I'm guessing, I don't have any evidence of this, but I'm guessing it's because of money, because they've overextended themselves. And a lot of their games underperform compared to what they think they should be doing. So I think that they should essentially take some of their old IPs, like their Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff like that, their Lufias, and farm them out to indie studios that can do decent work at a low budget. Kind of like how they did with that Platinum game that was made. You know what I'm talking about. Do some stuff like that. I think that would really work. Do small budget things like maybe a Final Fantasy Tactics game that's maybe $500,000, something like that. So no AAA games, just like AA and single A games. And then, you might have to do a little split with the indie studios, but you'll be able to put out a lot of games at low prices, $30, $20, $30, $40 games. And I mean, hopefully you'll make some decent money with it. That's my only real solution. Tell me what you think in the comment section. There'll be some more videos coming out this week. Some more information, so look forward to that, and peace.
It's a little pop, huh? I can work with it. Hey, bring that shit over here. You gonna do it? That's right. Do what I want to do. You say you do anything, we'll sell a car, pawn your wedding ring, and all of them worldly goods, I need them contributed to the king. Girl, the way I'm doing the thing, I nigga on top of the damn game, doing the damn thing, busting and pulling you out of the damn frame. Moon dog, you say you do anything, I need you to be doing it all. Doing the yard while I'm doing the bras, keep doing the most from coast to coast, you know me. Not to be loving hoes and bitches ain't good for me. The only niggas that done fuck this whole block, and bitches keep coming back because they love it a lot. No need to ask questions or words for where I stand. I do what the fuck I want, 'cause I'm a grown ass man, bitches. You know.
But not quite like Dame. I fucked y'all up with the simple name change. Shit, I hit it quick like weed in the bricks. Dick to these chicks, beats flow through the click.
Come on, don't stop.
Flows for dumb shit, tracks for assholes who see my hassle. It's a sick life. No, I ain't through.
I ain't through with the drum.
And a 50-year run on you.